Hello everyone, I'm Farzana Binti Yusuf from Florida International University, presenting our work titled Learning Cache Replacement with Caches. If we look under the hood of any computing system, we see that there is a storage hierarchy. As we go up in this hierarchy, the access time and size is reduced. Also, to manage this hierarchy, each of these labels can have their own caching mechanism. Today, our focus is on buffer cache, which resides in the main memory. Cache is fast but relatively small in capacity. As a result, when its capacity is full and a new item is requested, cache needs to decide what to keep and what to evict from its storage. And this problem is defined as cache replacement algorithm. We know that machine learning can improve the decision-making processes. As a result, a well-designed machine learning algorithm can help the cache management with improved performance. First, we take a look at defined cache replacement algorithms. The two most basic cache replacement algorithm depends on the property of recency and frequency of the requested items. There is also LARS, which uses the interreference property of the items to evict an item from the cache. The adaptive ones are ARC, dealers. There is also machine learning based adaptive ECME, LACAR, and finally the word caches, which I'm going to present today. Many state-of-the-art algorithms perform inconsistently when we on many different workload types. As a result, we analyze 329 production storage workloads to analyze their pattern. On the right-hand side, we can see a particular workload and their pattern. Using our analysis, we defined 4 different workload primitive types. For these workload primitive types, we first look at the pattern, where on the x-axis we have the access time and the y-axis we have the address of the requested item. The first primitive type, we can see this request sequence, which is best handled by the LRU algorithm, and that's why it's defined as LRU friendly workload type. Then we have a request sequence, which is best handled by the LFU algorithm. Next, we have churn, which is a repetitive access, which is a subset of requested items in an interval and repetitively accessed. Finally, we have a scan, which is a sequential access, with these items are accessed exactly once. When we perform this test on different algorithms, we see that none of the algorithm handles all of these 4 primitive types. But we can see that LACAR actually handles 3 out of these 4 primitive types. As a result, we first review LACAR and try to overcome its limitations to introduce this new version of cache replacement algorithm, caches. LACAR is a reinforcement learning on cache replacement. It uses two simple and basic cache replacement algorithms, LRU and LFU as expert. It adapts or updates the weights of this expert based on the feedback and outperforms the state of the art for small cache size. But LACAR has some limitations. One of the limitations is that it has a fixed learning rate of 0.45, which was empirically chosen. As we can see on the right hand side for this figure, there is no particular learning rate that works well. As a result, LACAR has limited performance when we do experiments on more workloads. Also, we have seen that LACAR can't handle the scan type, whereas ARC, LARS, and DLARS can handle the scan primitive type. To improve LACAR and design this new version of caches, we first adapt the learning rate in LACAR, and then we improve the expert to introduce scan resistance. To introduce scan resistance, we first attempt to replace LRU with ARC, but we see that it's unable to handle a scan followed by churn. It also we also replace LRU with LARS, but since LARS is not adaptive and limited ability to handle LRU friendly workloads, it doesn't perform well. We also replaced LRU with DLARS, and we saw that it doesn't perform well empirically. Finally, we actually proposed a new version of scan resistant LRU, SR LRU. We also improved the churn resistance in LFU and call this expert as CR LFU. As a result, on the right hand side, we can see this structure for caches. For any page request, caches uses the expert opinion of SR-LRU and CR-LFU, and depending on the weights of this expert, caches evicts an item. If an evicted item is re-accessed and it's found in the history of caches, then it takes this feedback and it adjusted the weight of the experts based on this feedback and reduces the weight of the expert which suggested that eviction. To adapt the learning rate in caches, we look at the weight update rule, which uses this learning rate. The learning rate, we look at the 2 consecutive intervals change for this and look at the performance change in this interval. And using the gradient information, if the gradient is positive, we reinforce the latest direction, which means we update the learning rate in the same direction for the next time step. Otherwise, we reverse the latest direction. To handle a special case when learning rate is unchanged, we look at only the performance, and if the performance change is positive, then we don't update the learning rate for the next step. If the performance change is negative, we update the learning rate in a random direction. Also, if the performance is low for a longer interval, we restart the learning rate at a random point. To introduce scan resistance in LRU, we use this, we divide this cache into 2 parts. The first part is the reuse portion and the second part is the SR or scan resistant portion. When a new item is requested, we insert this new item in the MRU position of scan resistant portion of the cache. If it's a miss in the cache but a hit in the history, we insert this X into the MRU position of reuse portion of the cache instead of the SR portion of the cache. Else, if it's a hit in the cache, we don't care where its position is in A, R, or SR portion. We just move this X into the MRU position of reuse portion of the cache. Scan resistant LRU adapts the size of SR to handle the LRU friendly workloads, which overcoming the limitation of large. We also introduced churn resistance in LFU using the most recently used properties of the item. When an item is requested and if it's missing both in cache and history, an item is evicted from the MRU position of LFU portion of the cache. If it's a miss in the cache and hit in history, the item is evicted from MRU portion of the LFU portion of cache, and the requested items is moved to the MRU position of MFU instead of LFU position. In the 2 other cases, the item is moved into the MRU position of MFU portion of the cache, irrespective of the position. We evaluate SR LRU with 2 synthetic workloads. On the left-hand side, we can see a LFU-friendly pattern with a scan. On the right-hand side, we can see a LRU-friendly pattern with a scan. In both of these cases, we see that scan-resistant LRU performs better than LRU, vanilla LRU for small cache sizes. We also evaluate CR-LFU with 2 synthetic workloads. On the left-hand side, we have a churn or repetitive scan patterns. And on the right-hand side, we have a mixed pattern with LRU-friendly pattern and repetitive scan. And we can see that in both of these cases, churn resistance LFU performs better than vanilla LFU and LRU. Next, we do extensive experiments on real production storage workloads from 5 different sources. We use 6 different cache sizes and compare these with 6 algorithms and 3 cache variants. So the total number of simulations is more than 17,000 for our experiment. To evaluate caches, we perform this t-test, pair t-test. The pair t-test provides a p-value, which is the significance of the result. For each of these boxes, we can see that for this particular, it indicates that for this particular dataset, cloud cache and cache size 0.05, if the result or the hit rate difference for caches and the other algorithm, which is Laacar, is it significant or not. The green means it's significantly better. The red means caches is significantly worse, and gray means it's not significant or insignificant. We also plot the magnitude or the effect size, which is a Cohen's d measure and shows what is the effect size of this difference of hit rate. So dark means caches is significantly better than Laacar in cloud cache with 0.05 cache size with high effect size. Also, there is this box, which means that caches is significantly worse with medium effect size than ARC for cloud cache and 0.05 cache size. We also take a look at the overall performance of Cassius, and we see that 47% of the time it outperforms the other algorithms and shows significant improvement over the state of the art. Our contribution here is that we defined these workload primitive types. We also improve the cache replacement algorithm with Cassius using adaptive learning rate and improved experts. We also did comprehensive evaluations, and which shows that Cassius has outstanding performance. We would like to thank all the collaborators, our Shepherd Ken, FAST organizing committee, and finally our funding sources. Thank you everyone. Have a good day.